From the clinician's perspective, I'm going to show you how you're going to navigate checking a patient out when you're done with the treatment. So you won't be able to do anything with a patient unless they are checked in. Okay, so you're going to go to the schedule screen and where it says today, and you're going to get your list here of different patients. You can see there's different icons. So these patients are already done and checked out. These ones here where it says enter codes have been checked in and they're waiting for the treatment codes by the clinician. And then the ones that say check in are the patients that are in the schedule, but they're not yet checked in by the receptionist. Okay, so in order to enter any documentation or anything, like I said, they have to be checked in. Okay, so checking in is super easy. So you're just going to click there. The patient's information will all show up, and then you just click check in. Okay, and then they will move right into the enter codes area. Okay, so when I go in and I'm the clinician and I'm going to enter the codes for the treatment for that day, all I will do is I'll go enter codes. The insurance cases are set up only allowing you to bill codes that are in your contract with each specific insurance company. Okay, you have to make sure the diagnosis is there. If that is not there, it won't allow you to bill as well. It'll throw an error. Okay, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to select my codes. So I'll say we did 1 unit of manual, and let's say we did 2 units of Therex. So I'm going to click Therex, and then I'll click it again. Now the rates that populate here are going to be the rates that the insurance company is reimbursing for. Okay, so you finish your codes. If for some reason you make a mistake, then you would just click the code here, and you can either delete it out or you can change it. Okay, so let's say I meant to put 3 units. So then I can do 3 units and hit apply changes. Okay, and then I will scroll down. I'm going to select the provider, and I'm going to hit ready for checkout. Okay, so that's it as far as checking the patient out. Now, if you have someone where you require G codes for, so let's say it's a Medicare patient, okay, so I'm going to go in and enter the codes for this person. If you enter a reeval code or an eval code, it will not allow you to check this person out unless you enter the G codes. Okay, so I'm going to go into the G code button here. You can see what was entered today, and then you can see what was entered previously. Okay, so obviously if you're doing an evaluation for that person, there's going to be previous data shown. Okay, so you'll select today. You're going to select whatever you're looking at for that particular day, and then you're going to select their current status and their goal. Okay, if it's a discharge, then you're gonna select their discharge and goal. Okay, so all I would be doing here is, let's say I'm going to do the goal again is 10%. Let's say. Okay, I'm going to hit add. And then let's say I'm discharging them today, so their discharge, they're at 15% disability. So I'll enter all that in. I'll hit save and return, and it'll go back to here. Okay, so my codes, so let's say I did a reeval, but I also did gait training. And I also did Therex. We went over a home program with them. So I enter all that in. Same thing, scroll to the bottom. Now, if they're in the schedule as a discharge, you don't need to select discharge visit. If they are not, and it's a spur-of-the-moment kind of discharge, and the receptionist hasn't been able to change it back, you're able to enter, click discharge visit, and that way it'll make them inactive in the system, and they won't be flagged as needing to schedule any more appointments. And then I will hit ready to check out. Okay, now this is showing up only because there was nothing entered for the evaluation. So it's showing that I entered the mobility codes for the G codes, but it's missing from the evaluation. Okay, so that error will show up only for this particular example of a patient, but when you start your patients, it won't. That won't show up unless for some reason you're missing data that needs to be there. Okay, so for this case, I'm gonna do G-code override check and hit ready for checkout, and then they will go ahead and check out. Okay.